Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Peaks Peak. I'm Lucas, and this is Caden, and we're back working on the Coleman AT125UT. I'm going to be sure and put the information on these brake pads down in the description of the video, so you can go down there and you can check out where I bought these brake pads. Alright, so we're back to work on the Coleman ATV, and I actually just wanted to share. I'm going to do front brakes on it, and rather than ordering from Coleman, which would cost you $30 or $40 to order a set of front brake pads, you can actually pick these up off of eBay for about $15. They're listed as brake pads that fit a Tao ATK 125A or a GK 110. So if you're doing a search, you might look for those, and those are the brake pads that will fit in these calipers. So I'll show you what we got going here. Alright, so this is, a real simple brake job, but these brake pads, I checked them not that long ago, and they had a little bit of pad left on them, but they actually wore down to the metal. And what ended up happening was where this one side is so small, it pushed through where the piston is and then jammed the disc and locked up the front wheel on it. So make sure you don't let them wear too far, because they'll start dragging and might cause you some problems. But anyway, we got our new pads in from eBay. Alright, now I've already pulled these off, took the old ones off, but to kind of show you how this works, it's real, just like a car caliper or whatever. You got two bolts that hold it on right here. Now this one, I used a C-clamp here to push the piston back in, and let's see if we can get this put back together the way it goes. All right, so you want to put the first pad, or the outside pad, in first, because this one will actually, if you're not careful, get back in behind this plate right here, where you can't push it back and have room to actually install that front one. If we can get that down in there. There we go. All right, you can see, got them down in there good. Now it's just a matter of sliding them over the disc. Get everything lined up here. Here we go. And I put just a touch of Loctite on pretty much everything I do on this machine. Now for the real test, to find a 10 mil socket. one side down. Alright. This is on there. And just like that. There's a little metal, kind of a spring down in there that puts just a little bit of tension on this to hold it in place. And get this one down in there. Take our handy dandy screwdriver, get it back in place. There we go. All right. Alright, calipers are tight. Rotors are warped a little bit, so that's good. That one's alright. Yeah, nothing a little abuse won't wear out. That. All right. We may need to bleed out front brakes real quick. No. I guess if I pull.
So to bleed them out, just pump the handle 3 or 4 times, hold it down, and release, maybe, until some fluid comes out, close it up. Do it one more time, pump them up, hold, release, until it squirts, let off. All right, now, the other side real quick. Get this cracked loose real quick. All right. All right. We'll give her a test drive in a little bit. Should have some rear brake pads coming in today, so we'll put that in there too. We'll see how she does. We're back working on the Coleman AT125UT. So we put front brake pads on it, and now we're about to put the rear brake pads on it. And I'm going to be sure and put the information on these brake pads down in the description of the video, so you can go down there, you can check out where I bought these brake pads. Now, these rear brake pads, especially where the caliper's made and it gets clogged up with mud, if you're riding in a dirty environment, they don't last but a couple of weeks, if that, if you're riding a lot. So they're pretty lousy, but the Coleman, the original equipment wasn't any better. In fact, he wore that first set out in about a week. But ordering from Coleman is just not a feasible option because their shipping charges are so high. So I found the correct part on eBay, and I'll put, if there's a direct link to an auction that's still live, I'll go ahead and put that on there if I can. Otherwise, I'll put a description of what other models this fits, because it's like a Tao 125 and some of those things that they fit. That way, hopefully it'll make it a little easier for some of you to find the right one, because I actually had to order several of the wrong ones to end up getting the right one. So hopefully this will help some people out with that. Okay, so I pulled up the description from the auction where I bought these rear brake pads off of eBay, and it says the overall length of the pad is 87.8 millimeters, width of the pad is 38.8 millimeters, and the round mounting holes are 70 millimeters center to center. And it says they're compatible with 50 to 125 cc 4-stroke, Tao ATA 125D, ATA 125G, Cheetah, and TForce. Now, I haven't verified that information. I can just tell you that's what the description was for the set of brake pads that I bought that fit this machine. So hopefully that'll help you in your search to narrow down which ones are going to fit the machine. All right, so we got a 6 millimeter Allen wrench. Fits this pin for the brake caliper here. And actually, I'm not sure why I took that off first. I just wanted to get it loose. Now I got to get a 10 millimeter socket. All right, so we got a 10 millimeter socket here. All right, got our caliper off. Now, this pin, out of there. Now you've got a spring in between these two that you don't want to lose, so watch out for that. These just fold up, spin around. Now you can see there's not a bit of pad left on these. Totally wiped out. Now we're going to need a clamp to push the piston back in here. And I'm going to set one of these back on here. In order to push that back.
I'm bunching now.
Yeah. Trying to hold this over here in front of the camera so you can see what we're doing. Takes care of that. Now let's blow the rest of the dirt out of there, and I'm going to grease up that pin. First pad in there, just like so. We need our springs. And really these springs, I think, are the weak link to this setup. They're not really strong enough to keep the brakes from dragging a little bit, and it just causes it to eat them up quickly. And I'm not 100% certain on that, but I kind of think that's what most of the deal is. Now, all right, let's check that and snug it up in a minute after we get her bolted on. Now, I'll grab a little bit of Loctite. All right, we got Loctite there. I think I heard the mail lady honking. All right. Just get her tightened down. We'll bleed them out. Alright, got them snugged up. Now let's see if we can pump them up and bleed them out. Got an 8mm that we put on the bleeder screw here. So we'll pump this up. Now, if you want to be cleaner about it, you can stick a hose on it, stick it down in a bottle, and capture all that. I've never been really good about keeping anything clean, so I just get the job done. Let's see. All right, well, I figured if I hurry up and back it out of here, then I'll get to test drive it before Caden figures out that I've got it done. So, all right, let's check it out. See how it goes. Where'd he learn to act like that?